Well, all right, folks, welcome back to the show. I'm Eliza Dishku.
And I'm Alice Walker. This is The Read. Thanks for coming back.
Thank you indeed for having us late, but so let's not waste time. Let's jump right into our affairs, starting with our weekly Black Excellence. This week's Black Excellence is going out to some Black folk doing first things in law school. First of all is Detroit native Stephen Ball, who has become the first Black male dean of students at Harvard Law School.
Ooh, okay, classy.
Yes, he's 36 years old, which blows my mind because it means he's just 2 years older than me. Am I 34 or 35?
Look at you.
I genuinely don't know.
The way I don't know either. I'm 39, so I think you're 30. Are you turning 35 this year?
I think they're 35 this year.
Yeah, I think you're turning 35.
I'm turning 36 this year.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
So, 2 years older than me. And already doing, like, amazing, awesome, magnanimous things. So, it says here that Steve went to the University of Michigan, where he got a bachelor's in political science and a master's in public policy. He got a good old doctorate from Harvard Law School later in 2010. And since then, he's interned all over the place with the mayor of Detroit, the Manhattan District Attorney's Office, somewhere in D.C., practicing law, doing all kinds of awesome things. And now he's situated as the dean of students at Harvard Law, first Black male dean, and congratulations to him, and I'm sure that they could use it. And on the flip side of things, the same congratulations goes to Lolita Buckner Innes, who is the first Black dean at the University of Colorado's law school. She is an LA native. She went to UCLA's law school, and since then has been an expert and all-around badass in property law, legal history, feminist theory, critical race theory, which they're still trying to get rid of. She's also a published author, writing a book called The Princeton Fugitive Slave: The Trials of James Collins Johnson. Pick that up if you can. And now she's the first Black dean at CU Boulder, the University of Colorado's law school. So congratulations to these things. I know that it has taken lots of sleepless nights and hard, thankless work to get to that place. So thumbs up, double thumbs up to you
Congratulations,
guys. Y'all. Okay, so let's get into the garbage this week. In our pop culture segment, which is called Hot Tops. House of Coochie. Father, Son, and House of Coochie.
My favorite.
So a couple of things to discuss. First of all, I saw big, broad headlines all over the place because Drake got braids. And that's the end of it. Drake has braids.
What?
Yeah.
That's it?
The Doll Baby took a trip to Turks and Caicos where he was having vacation time as well as promoting his partnership with this company, Stake, giving away money and gambling or whatever. And since then, he's popped back over at home and posted selfies with some cornrows to the back, looking just like Adonis. And, you know, I feel like the internet has had mixed literally matching braids.
I'm so mad because I pulled up this picture and he got the duck lips. And why does he do this on purpose? Like,
Drake has a habit of, in his selfies, pursing his lips. And I love it. I can't get enough. I don't know why it takes place or it happens. But to me, the body language says, I'm feeling it. Are you? And that's great. It's entertaining. And he is an entertainer. So yes.
That's exactly what it is.
But yes, the Doll Baby has matching Adonis braids. And first of all, like, I know Donna saw this and was like, Lord Daddy, man, I know about that one, yeah. It's like, man, I want to see a baby here. Is you the baby or is me the baby? Lord.
Please. Oh, he's so cute. He really got this little white boy in braids, Lord.
I mean, there's black in there.
I mean,
he's a black man.
It's black in everybody. That don't. But it's, he's adorable. He is just so cute.
So I want to know, because the girls are like, all right, where did the hair come from for these braids?
I mean,
because
I was going to ask if it was a lace front.
Someone said that there might be a dash of Kanekalon, which is fine because niggas are doing anything and everything these days for their, their Instagram looks. And so I have no shame. It's not my face to have shame. But I don't think there should be any shame, obviously. And there isn't, because the doll is excited and having a great time. But I am curious to know if she's weaved up. Are we weaved up?
I mean,
are we weaved up at the Siesta doll?
You know what? I really don't think so. First of all, and I feel like Drake wants us to know that he's not, because this is an incredibly close up picture. And like you said, the baby hairs is laid. Somebody definitely took a toothbrush, and I'm shocked they're not gelled down. But somebody did use gel in these braids, and I just don't see that little telltale knot anywhere. I don't know. I mean, yeah, looking at it, I would say that this is his real hair. I just don't know when he grew it, but it don't look like there's anything extra in there to me. Could be wrong though.
He has his own jet, colored like the sky, designed to look like the fucking clouds.
Forgot about that. Yep.
Who knows what he can do with his scalp?
It's true.
These people are in a different dimension than us.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that nigga's real. Like, I'm not sure he's a part of my reality. I've never seen him.
Yes, you have.
So that excited the girls. Also in Light Skin World, Coi Leray was literally, well, she didn't say anything, but her daddy was telling the truth that she did, in fact, have a Nicki Minaj song in the works, which is now premiered. All that she and Nicki needed out of that situation was for Benzino to shut the fuck up.
Yep.
And let the song come out. I think that's exactly what the both of them expressed with their responses. But here we are having fun now. The song is out. It is titled Blick Blick, because of course it is.
Yikes.
I mean, it has little to nothing to do with gunfire or rifles, aside from, fun and rap.
Yeah, you could call it rap.
But it's a cute little song. It's a cute collaboration. The girls look like they had a really good time shooting it. It definitely, gives you a catchy bop, something cute for your favorite gay scammer to twerk in his Moschino belt, his Fendi hats.
Please.
And so, hoorah.
Nicki didn't have to eat that girl up like that on her own song, though.
Here's the thing. I gave you my impression of her.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't rate my own impressions. So you know what I mean? But what I will say is that I could understand her on the song, and I'm pleased. I knew what she was saying the whole time.
That's all we asked
was
for.
Completely understandable, decipherable.
Okay.
And I thought it was real catchy. The little outro part that she did, Nicki enjoyed so much she copied, or that's what she said.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like I said, I thought that they looked cute. Yeah, I liked the end frame in the video because they, of course, have matching pink wigs on. And Nicki's like petting her wig down and like getting it in place, and it is like, oh, my child, look what I've burned.
One of my many sons.
Yeah, I thought that was cute.
It was.
So,
and I'm glad for her that it worked out after her daddy almost ruined it. Because I'm sure Nicki's petty ass was like, delete it, remove it, take it back, snatch it. It's not coming out.
Well, actually, now that we've, now that we're here. Benzino's daughter said that this girl was out there for 12 hours dancing in the cold with her. Papa Bear was apparently on. Well, she said her family was on set, so I imagine that meant her husband and her son.
Right, I would think.
You know? So Papa Bear was in the trailer flipping shit over. I live for like... For the clip of whatever the fuck Nikki was talking about, where Papa Bear was fully renovating the house in the background. And so that's what I think of whenever I think of this baby, is him discovering the world by cracking shit open.
Correct.
And that's beautiful.
It is.
That's beautiful, especially since I'm not watching him. So he's so adorable, great, lucky. I'm sure everyone was lucky to have him on set, even though I'm sure no more than 4 people actually saw him. Chris Brown wants an apology for your read. Well, not your read, but the shit you were reading about last week.
Oh, yeah. Oh, girl. It would be crazy if it was me. Like, apologize for your shit, ho. Like, nigga, I was sticking up for your raggedy ass for once.
As you discussed, one of the random women that he sleeps with, I guess, alleged that he raped her, accused him of sexual assault. To which he promptly had someone upload a voice memo or voicemail of her begging to have sex again. And so then Chris Brown posted on his IG, "Damn, y'all owe me an apology. Won't hold my breath waiting for it, though." And let me tell you something. The first thing that I thought of when I saw this or when I read this...
Lord.
I deserve an apology. When I came down those stairs, you did not address me right. No.
Oh, God, please. I deserve an apology.
You're not getting one. Like, that's the first thing that I thought of when I saw Chris Brown demands apology. I said, you're not getting one. And, I'm glad that you didn't assault this woman. I also think that discernment is important. I also think that kind of like Kim Kardashian, y'all be surrounding yourselves with a whole bunch of really questionable types.
Amen.
And then speak to everybody else who's just, down at Cold Stone, down at the,
just living their lives.
Practice, down at the hospital, down at the dentist, wherever the fuck, just living their motherfucking lives, down at the cubicle, and you talking to them. Sweetie, sweetums, sweet girl. Not everybody is waking up, okay, at 4 p.m. with a shot of tequila and going to Free Before 11 for a living.
Right.
And it's no shade to the girls that are, because honestly, you look like you're having way more fun than I am on average. So I'm not even coming for you.
Right.
But what I am trying to remind the girls is that when you decide to surround yourself with people that are really in it for nothing but being around you and have nothing else to show for whatever the fuck is going on in their life, keep that in mind before you start speaking to bitches that are clocking in just living a regular, degular life. Because, bitch, girl...
There's that. I'm also sorry it was so believable. But that's because of your own behavior. That's because of your own history of antics, stunts, and shows and bullshit. That's because of you, sister. So
why can these accusations just get filed along with other ones?
Why is that?
Why is it just like, oh, well, let's hear the girls out? So anyways.
But I do understand being like, y'all owe me, but whatever. Like, this pettiness of like, I won't hold my breath. Okay, girl, we won't hold our breath waiting on you to do something stupid again either. So
congratulations.
Everybody's equal.
So I found this story to be absolutely hilarious. So Fabulous got robbed. Hear me out.
I'm waiting.
Now, the reason that I know this is because he apparently posted on Instagram a photo of said robber, And a caption as follows. Now, this is a photo from, seems like a security camera somewhere. And the caption says, yesterday afternoon, a DoorDash delivery guy, it's in all caps, I don't know why that part is, but...
Oh, I have to look this up.
bringing an order to someone else in New Jersey decided to steal me and my son's sneakers and clothes out of my car. Angry emoji. I'm giving the opportunity here and now to whoever this dude is to return the stuff stolen. I will take it back with no consequence and let it slide. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If not, I have plenty of video footage, clearly. The delivery car info, the DoorDash pickup info, and even will reach out to DoorDash and get all information involved with the driver/vehicle. If you know this guy or this is your family or friend, you should holler at him to return it ASAP. Y'all can DM me and this will be handled and left as a mistake or opportunity. The consequence of not returning me and my kids' stuff now is police and DoorDash. Again, that's in, I don't know why that part's in caps, but it is. We will be contacted. Oh, police and DoorDash will be contacted, and this guy is going to end up in jail for robbery. In hindsight, spending years in jail for a few pairs of sneakers and 2 jackets isn't worth it. Hope he can realize that, or someone who cares for him can. Hit my DM if you know this guy or have any information.
Ooh,
hit my DM to set up a return of stuff. Now, here's why I found this really funny. Why are you telling us it? Why you just do that?
Why didn't you just go directly to the police? I'm not sure why we're in it.
First of all, nigga, you knocked out your baby mama teeth.
Listen,
allegedly.
I wasn't even finna bring all that shit up.
For God knows what.
But like a whole abuser.
So you want me to think or to believe that you just going to have this motherfucker come back and drop the shit off that he stole with no consequence? After what the fuck you did to Emily, bitch, what the fuck you gonna do to a stranger nigga that robbed you of your baby's high tops? I don't buy it. So that part to me was hilarious. But it's also giving like, I have footage. I have the license plate number, the DoorDash delivery number, the time of arrival. I have his blood type. I know the strand, like his hair type. I know like where his baby mama live. It's like, then why don't you use these evidence. Resources and just go get your shit back?
Right.
Like, I don't understand why you're talking to us about what you will contact the police, you will contact DoorDash, you will contact his mama and them and his grandmama, you will go down to the nursing home, you will talk to everybody that ever knew him or whatever, but you decided to go to Instagram first? I'm lost.
You know how niggas are. Plus, whoever stole this, do you think, I mean, I just assume, my first assumption is that they sold it. They saw like...
Oh, yeah, no, they don't have those things
I was going to say, he probably no longer has it in his possession to give it back. But if you watch the videos, I'm sorry, they are hilarious. Because this DoorDash nigga, like, you can see him walking past the car and then he looks like, what is all that in there? And then he looks up, almost like he's looking for a camera. And I don't know if he doesn't just see that the camera is right there. But then he definitely comes back after he drops off this food and like, when I say crawls his ass all the way into the car, which for some reason is unlocked. Not trying to victim blame, but not sure why it's unlocked, especially with all that shit in there. This man puts his whole ass, climbs all the way into this vehicle and then exits with, you know, this baby's tennis shoes or whatever. So, you know, I mean, sad situation. It's rough times out here. Niggas is stealing, trying to pay bills, trying to get a PlayStation, all that other shit. But
good luck.
Right. This just seems like you posting 5 or 6 videos of this. Hand this over to the authorities. Nobody is just gonna come back. At
least DoorDash.
At the bare minimum, give it to DoorDash. Like, but like, come on.
I understand it's like, I'm not trying to talk to police or whatever the fuck.
I bet you ain't. That. I bet you ain't.
But bitch, you know that this motherfucker worked for DoorDash. So call them. What the fuck are you talking to the shade room for? What the fuck are they supposed to do, girl? And you really want us to believe that motherfucker is just gonna come and drop the shit back off into your fucking sports car or whatever the fuck, and you're gonna give him the peace sign from your upstairs window? Girl, delete this.
Right. I'll just let it slide. I don't think so. I highly doubt it. I mean, I would be pissed. Don't get me wrong. I would be very pissed if somebody did this. I'm
not saying you shouldn't be.
Right.
Yes, he shouldn't have stolen you and your kids' things.
But I don't see reaching out to Instagram to ask the Instagram community to help me bring this man to justice. No, what? We need a blackout. We need all the towers to go. No, actually, let me don't say that. Don't say that.
There's too much going on in the world.
It's bad enough out here.
So, within a matter of days, Jussie Smollett went in and out of jail for, his battle with Cook County Jail and their system, whatever. He had a moment in the courtroom after sentencing or whatever where he exclaimed that he's not suicidal, that he is innocent, and if anything happens to him, it was not self-inflicted, etc.
Oh, right.
Now, I read that he was in general population for a day or two, and then they moved him to like a psych ward and somewhere else. I don't know. But his family, particularly his brother, has been on his page and on social media fighting extra hard on his behalf, as well as a few of his celebrity friends. He's since been released and thanked fans and supporters of his via the same, family link and page. And I think he was released on like an appeal. Like I think the judge gave him the clear to I guess get an appeal together and be at home for that, I guess. So there's that, girlies. I still don't know what to make of this. So you're innocent. So you were attacked, or?
You know what? I don't either. I have washed my hands of the Jussie Smollett case, to be completely honest. I'm exhausted of fucks to give about this. I simply don't care anymore. But a lot of y'all were very pissed that they let this black man out of jail while this appeal was going through. And that was interesting to me, because I'm regardless of whether you think he did it or not, why are you so mad? It's not like he's permanently out. And even if he was, this is not some crime against, he didn't murder a bunch of people or something.
I mean, girl, we can peel the layers back.
Yeah.
I don't wanna. I think a lot of it is very obvious. But yeah, as I said, even if, he did have these two bulky ass Nigerian niggas try to hit a liquor with him or whatever, and they let him out for I don't know how many days or weeks until they likely read him again or whatever the fuck is gonna happen.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you would be upset about that either, but at the same time, we're talking about a group of people that many of whom still don't understand why R. Kelly is in jail or others. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you feel like all of these people should be underneath the jail. But I don't understand it either. And as you said, to me, it's going on one of those, in my head, it's on a little paper boat with a candle. You know, a sleepaway camp at the end of it when everybody... But I've never gone. I don't know if that's. I've never been to sleepaway camp. But I imagine that's a little paper boat, and you put a candle on it, and you sing Vitamin C, and you wave that shit off into the horizon. Yeah. That's me, girly. Or Tangled, the end of Tangled, where all the.
I never saw
on that bitch birthday. You never saw Tangled?
No.
So much better than Frozen.
What? Wait, better than Frozen 2?
Well, I never saw that one.
Oh, you missing out. Frozen 2 is way better than the first one.
Is she? Because I haven't heard hide nor hair.
Please. No, it's way
about
better.
Frozen Deuce.
It's not even close.
Like, I've never heard a word about it.
These songs
I haven't heard a lyric. I don't know a single word from a single song in the movie.
It's
never seen it. Never heard anybody go to bat for it. Like, I forgot it existed, to be honest with you, until I plugged into Disney Plus the other day and was like, oh, I should watch that.
It is good.
But Miss Tangled, She Gets You Together. That one was decent. And so I was, like, for a while after Frozen, I was like, oh, well, Tangled is better. And then we got Moana. And then now we have Encanto. So it's like...
Oh, so good. And have you seen Turning
Frozen
Red?
Frozen can honestly sit down. Not yet. But I heard Turning Red is really good.
I've watched it like 4 times. Turning Red is so cute.
Like, honestly, Elsa and her wig can sit.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, the movie's fine. Who else is in trouble with the law? Brittany Howard? Brittany Griner is still locked up in Moscow. Apparently, she's going to be there for at least another 2 months.
Lord.
While they investigate her case, which is like, what's there to investigate? Was there baby blood in the vape cartridge? Like, what? It should be pretty straightforward. No, like, I don't know.
What is there to investigate?
For 2 months?
I want her at home so bad. I think about Brittany Griner like every day.
Gay.
Right, but like I saw earlier on the news that like a court advocate said that she should be, in house arrest instead of jail because the jail beds are a foot too short for her. Like, she literally cannot fit in they damn beds because she is, 6'9". So
vertically blessed.
Right. But
or challenged, depending on how you look at it.
Oh no, it's a blessing. It's a blessing.
It's a challenge right now, it sounds.
Climb that Britney tree. But I just, I don't know. My heart breaks for her. And because I don't really trust the Russians' whole thing here. Like, I just don't. It's something about this story that don't feel right. And the fact that she played over there for so many years, clearly knows the rules. It's just like, really? Y'all really expect me to believe this? And then holding her all this time, like, but I also don't think...
She wasn't just like riding around drinking vodka for, vacation and while not being stupid.
Right.
Like, she's played basketball in Russia for a while.
Right. So I just, I hate this whole story. And I know that they've said a lot about like not trying to make it a political thing because then it'll be worse for her. If, like the president chimes in talking about free Britney or whatever, especially with Russia's president losing his fucking mind over there bombing Ukrainians and shit. So I could spit in want her out. Oh my God. Don't get me started on that motherfucker. Good God. A whole fascist.
Royce Reed got arrested recently. Royce Reed of Real Housewives of Miami. Remember, she was a dancer. She got a baby with Dwight Howard. That is
not what that show is called.
Basketball Wives of Miami. Is that not what it's called?
That's not what you said.
What did I say? Real Housewives?
Yes. Same thing, but yes.
Oh, whatever. And so Mama got arrested for child neglect. Now, this story kind of blew my eyebrows off because from what I read, her son, who is 14 apparently, had some sort of agreement with a judge where he was not supposed to be around other kids 2 years younger than him or more without like adult supervision or whatever. And apparently he was. He broke this rule. And so Royce, being his mother, was blamed for it and so had to turn herself in to the police and was charged with child neglect for that.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's been released since and is like letting her legal team handle it or whatever. But obviously, you know, blogs are going to do whatever they want with this and make it a whole thing. But me being someone who like read, I was like, so hell, because as someone who simply has a dog, and honestly not much interest in expanding past that.
Yeah.
Why is it that I gotta go to jail? Like,
oh, I understand that.
You told this nigga to do this or to not do this. He ain't listen. And you're cuffing me? Come get him. Like, I don't.
Oh my God, please. Yeah, no, he's 14. So you as a parent are responsible, especially if he already. So like the things that Royce's son is being accused of having done are really disturbing.
I'd imagine. I didn't read any details.
It's like sexual assault.
I imagined. I kind of didn't want to know.
Yeah,
but
I mean, sorry, but so I see why if, you know, he's not allowed to be around kids who are 2 years or more younger than he is, and Royce knows her boyfriend's son is, you know, 12 or younger, then there is simply no reason for you to ever allow this child to be unsupervised around this other boy. Like you as his mother, you're his primary guardian. I think, oh boy, she had him with, don't even claim that little boy, does he? Or did he just not want him on camera when she was filming Basketball Wives? Either way it goes, like.
No, I think that she just did it. Like when she was on the show, he was giving like gag order, don't talk about me, even
that's what it was. Right.
But I don't know if his dad doesn't claim him because I read that he said something like the last time I saw him was when he was in town for a game. So it doesn't sound like they have a relationship or a great one.
Yeah.
But
clearly Royce is the one who has custody. I get the child neglect charge here. I do, because it was your responsibility to make sure that your son stays away from other small children, and you did not do that. So I fully get why she got not even arrested. I think she just turned herself in because she knew you didn't want them people knocking on your damn door. But yeah, I see why you surrendered, because that was your job. That was your job.
That makes a lot of sense.
And these details, don't go look it up if you're sensitive to stuff like that. But some of the blogs have posted some of the details, and they are disturbing. I'm worried about her son and the children he has victimized both, because that's just not, you know, normal behavior. That's putting it lightly.
Also apparently going down maybe is Jocelyn Hernandez, who was all over the place today because
this was amazing.
So a girl named Amber, who is one of the cast members of her show Jocelyn's Cabaret, accuses Jocelyn and her boyfriend, husband, baby, for what, I don't know who this nigga is. But accuses her and her nigga of attacking her, I believe, during the filming of a reunion for this god-awful piece of shit. And she was reporting live from her hospital bed with a lace front flying off of her head and bruised ribs.
Oh, Lord.
And later she recalled the incident in a car, teary-eyed, talking about how Jocelyn's nigga, who goes by the name Ballistic.
So you sound violent then.
You sound stupid is what you sound.
Well,
like, nah.
I mean, that's a given, but
like, what do y'all be? Where do you? So she says Ballistic put hands on her.
Damn,
that Jocelyn kicked her. And again, this was all captured on Instagram and shit.
Okay.
Now, the latest response from Jocelyn and her man reads as follows. Let me see if I can pull it up here. They said, Jocelyn and Ballistic, and it is not an iOS press release. Okay? It is giving you serious. We have a special episode tonight on ABC.
Right.
That it says, we are deeply saddened by the accusations made against our family at the Jocelyn's Cabaret reunion. We would like to thank our fans for their continued support. Jocelyn is the mother of a 5-year-old girl and would never take any action to jeopardize her family. Jocelyn's Cabaret was created on the foundation of female empowerment. One of our program's core values is supporting women, not breaking them down. While we support Zeus Network in its message in condemning bullying, unprovoked violence, and men attacking women, we strongly disagree with the correlation between these themes and the events that took place last night. There's footage of the events, and we are confident that our position is made obvious. In a time when social media narratives easily get misconstrued, we believe our family's response is being silenced by the facilitated deletion of both Jocelyn's Instagram and Facebook accounts.
What?
Now, let me rewind back to Jocelyn's initial response to these accusations. The first one being Mortal Kombat! Hashtag Jocelyn's Cabaret. She then went on to say, I have Mortal Kombat one hoe, pimp slapped another one, pushed one into last night's episode, kicked down a few on the ground. I slapped fire out of everyone on that stage, me and my crew. Wait for it. She also tweeted, keep crying from your hospital bed with your broken ribs. One kick, you flew into next day, rotten mouth asshole. And for you dumb bitches, when you sign up for a reality show, you cannot file a lawsuit against anyone on the show, you dummies. The irony in saying you cannot file a lawsuit against anyone on the show and then saying you dummies. First of all, that is incorrect. Of course you can sue someone.
That is very wrong.
That's the game, dumbass. Do you know how many fucking people?
That's very wrong.
What are you fucking talking about? Maybe they can't sue you. I don't know what contract these people signed, but maybe they can't sue you for whatever the fuck reason. And sure enough, you acted like they could in the way that you fucking spoke to them people. Like, get the fuck up out of here. I don't know who the fuck at Zeus mock this response up for you. First of all, bitch, you can't read, write, or spell.
Right.
So nobody
shouldn't be
you had
nobody stupid
to do with this response. Bitch, ballistic is spelled incorrect. Girl, get me out of here.
So when I thought this was amazing, it was because I thought it was just fights between the girls and I wanted to see it on Zeus. I did not know that Jocelyn's man got involved and beat this girl down. So
ballistic is spelled wrong on the goddamn girl.
Yeah. I'm really confused about how... Wait, so her Instagram has been deleted?
That's what they said.
Okay. But also, like, this idea that you can't be sued because she signed a contract to be on your show is like, that somebody agreeing to be on your reality show doesn't mean you can break the law or abuse them. Doesn't mean you can assault them and they have no repercussion. That's not what that means at all. Like that I don't even know who told you that. Did Mona tell you that? Because that's not true. So, yeah, would not be surprised if you actually ended up in real trouble behind this shit, especially your man. Why did he even get in it?
Child.
Jocelyn loved fighting. You could have let her handle that. She over here bragging about breaking ribs. Why was you even involved? Yeah.
First of all, Jocelyn, you know which one to pick on because we've seen you on TV before. So there's that.
Well,
we've seen you on TV before. Like, I didn't see you have that energy when it was Jessica Dime.
Oh, you knew better.
I didn't see you have that energy when it was Tommy.
Again.
I don't.
You know who to
do this with.
You know who to try.
Furthermore, I'm honestly just kind of sick of this era of full grown, full ass slugs who have been given a platform because they say stupid shit and really don't have much like shame, pride, or self-awareness. And so that has allowed them to meme themselves with lots of quotes, many of which are funny and worth reposting because they make us laugh. What that does not do is make you someone that is better than anybody. You're a dummy, bitch. Like, you're literally fucking stupid. You're literally fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And you have been on TV and made money and bookings for long enough now that you feel like you can do whatever the fuck you want to because this cockamamie ass network gave you a bag to go and treat these other people like however the fuck you want to. The laugh in saying that your show is something about empowering women. Girl, we've seen the clips. You talking to them girls like they're fucking Pomeranians. Like they're dumb, not even.
Right. And first of all, Asante,
mutts off the street.
Asante made me watch an episode, and for all the things you can say about Joseline's Cabaret, the idea that it was created on the foundation of female empowerment is not one of them. It was very clearly created to exploit these girls, to manipulate them into doing something for a check, to get them to embarrass themselves in this house, for Joseline to have an opportunity to yell at bitches and ask them if they think they look better than Beyonce. All of that is what this was created for. It has not one fucking thing to do with empowering women. Not one. And it don't take even a whole episode of this show to see that.
You and your nigga can beat feet. Not just for this, but for everything. For all of the goddamn time that you have wasted, for all of the motherfucking bandwidth and fucking TV hours and minutes that you have soaked up that could have been given to somebody worth a damn. I'm good. Please do it like it's not your B-day. Do it like it is any other day of the motherfucking week, bitch. Good evening. You, that nigga, anybody, and that soft-faced lesbian that looks like a 12-year-old from Love and Hip Hop who chimed in talking about when the footage comes out, will whatever. Here's the thing. I don't give a fuck what the footage is giving. You proudly came on here, admitted to attacking not one or two, but multiple girls on this show. Even if that nigga didn't jump in, I'm tired. I'm tired of Joseline. You have nothing to offer anybody. Neither does your nigga, and neither does Zeus, to be honest with you. Y'all bitches can also get missing. Because for y'all to also have the nerve to come out here with a black background and white font talking about some we condemn this and we don't condone that and whatever the fuck, like y'all did not just scoop up all of the trash from reality TV shows gone by that no longer exist for these same goddamn reasons and say, well, we'll pick up the slack. Now all of a sudden that somebody is reporting live from their hospital bed, you got a very serious note and memo for us? Girl, you're promoting a whole ass Bad Girls Boys, whatever, of like a boys version of Bad Girls Club right now, where they're literally fighting. So girl, and the public is part of the problem because we love watching that shit. But what I'm not going to do is sit up here and have you talk to me like I'm stupid or crazy. Well, you're not going to insult my intelligence on top of being garbage.
Yes, exactly that. And I don't understand, on top of all of that, I don't understand how your family's response is being silenced by the facilitated deletion of Joseline's Instagram and Facebook. Did Mark Zuckerberg make that decision? Because if so, why? Is Joseline not in charge of her own accounts? Did she delete her accounts? I'm confused.
If your family's response is being silenced, what is this?
Yeah, how are we seeing it? I mean, and social media is not the only way to get a message out. I know celebrities don't believe in press releases no more, or making statements through their attorneys, but that's always an option.
Furthermore, the deletion of Jocelyn's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Bing, Christian Mingle, and whatever the fuck else she got on her phone is the best thing for your family. Fuck all y'all.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Woo.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
It's bad out here.
Only power, female empowerment that you know is
Lies.
the power that an 8-ball gives you and the crack of dawn. That is it. And we have seen this in action for ages. And the girls still want to do it like it's their B-Day and then be like surprised when she kicking people in their ribs. Like, you need to take that to somebody who's going to really get in your ass. And you're not going to. Miss me.
Right.
Goodbye. Learn how to spell ballistic.
Yes.
Please, if you're going to name yourself that. Both of y'all hoes could get missing. Good night. That's really it. Sadly, their news came out that Tracy Braxton passed. She was privately battling cancer for a while and passed away on the 12th of March. So that shocked the fuck out of me. Obviously, none of us knew. So that, and I read also that Khaleesi's husband just passed away from cancer.
Yes,
so
I saw that, and I think they just had a baby too. So
yeah, not long ago.
Woo, that was sad. And I don't know if you saw what Evelyn Braxton posted about Tracy, but that was like,
I would not like to.
Yeah, don't.
Not in the mood.
And not unless
Not in
you
the
want to
place.
tear up. But yeah, it's crazy because of all the Braxtons, Tracy was probably the least annoying. Like, if you watch that show, Tracy was probably the one least likely to get on your nerves, and she was always good for like a funny moment or something like that. So it's just sad.
She was the one that was like, she just reminded me the most of just friends of mine.
Yeah.
From college or just growing up. She seemed the most grounded.
Yeah.
And just regular.
Yeah.
But I mean,
sad.
Prayers to the Braxton family, to Khaleesi and her family, and anybody dealing with this shit.
Fuck cancer.
With 2 gigantic hands. Like,
Fuck cancer.
I don't even know how I am doing this right now. Why am I here? I'm tired.
Yeah.
I am run over, beat down. I'm hanging on by a thread.
Wow, what a mood. There's just so much shit going on in the world. Like, to wake up and see this news about Tracy and Khaleesi's husband, it was just like, really? Another thing? It's not bad enough that COVID is out here running her ass through everybody's lungs.
It has been a shit week, just in general. Bad news left, right, and center. And yet somehow so many of you still have I don't know how I can barely get up. And I've got 24 hours. You've got 24 hours. Beyonce has 36 in a day. I don't know how, like, there's no other explanation. But we've got the same amount of time. We're on this same piece of shit rock. And yet so many of you still have the time, the energy, and the focus to be shit. And spread shit.
Say that. Just chaos and negativity every day, all day.
Impressive. At this point, I'd clap, but I don't want to. So that's it for Hot Tops this week. Let's take a break and come back to read your letters.
Hey, y'all. Are you ready to establish your online presence but not really sure where to start? On Squarespace's dynamic all-in-one platform, you can build a website, claim a domain, sell online, and market your brand. Squarespace empowers the dreamers, makers, and doers of the world by providing the tools they need to bring their creative ideas to life. Squarespace's products combine cutting-edge design and world-class engineering, making it easier than ever to establish your online presence. So if you're a little bit intimidated by the idea of launching your ideas into the world, Squarespace's easy-to-use templates take out all the guesswork and make it seamless. Plus, once you're out there, you can use Squarespace's analytics to gain powerful insights about your site. And if you ever have questions, Squarespace's 24/7 award-winning customer support is right there to help. I've used it. Kid Fury's used it. It is incredibly simple. Anybody can do it. And it's time to turn your dreams into reality. Girl, what you waiting on? Head to squarespace.com/read to start your free trial. And when you're ready to launch your site, use offer code READ to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Again, that's squarespace.com/read. Offer code READ. Go build something wonderful with Squarespace and us. All right, let's get back to the show.
We're back. It's time for your listener letters.
Yes, send your questions to asktheread@gmail.com. We may read them aloud on the show. Our first letter this week comes from Tony, who says, recently I threw my fiance a nice birthday party with close friends, and after the party, we all went out drinking and vibing. One of his friends brought this girl he was talking to, and she was mad cool. She and I were talking during the car ride, and we got on the subject of men. She told me that she's taking things slow with this nigga that she's talking to now because her last boyfriend was shit and it ended badly. She mentioned that she and her ex tried threesomes in their relationships, which did not go well, and I told her that I've tried threesomes too, and it just gets messy. Before I had kids, threesomes and girl-on-girl stuff was fun and exciting, and I enjoyed it for the most part. As the night went on, she and I kept partying, drinking.
Okay, so Tony is a girl.
Yeah, Tony's a girl, sorry.
Y'all, because I stay wrong anyway. So I'm fully like, okay, so this is a...
No, Tony is a girl, sorry. And the horns in my head went up as the tequila went down. We got back to our hotel, and at this point, everybody was shit-faced. My fiance and his friend were up talking and drinking, and the topic of girl on girl came up again, because once again...
I bet it did.
I was like, oh, I go down on your girl. And her current boyfriend was like, we can definitely make that happen.
I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did. I'd question what reality I was in if he didn't.
But my fiance said absolutely not and shut the whole thing down. The next morning, he was all pissed off and saying that I was acting like a hoe, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, nigga, shut the fuck up. We were all drunk. Get over it. But he has had an attitude for 2 days. I want to know if y'all think I was completely out of pocket or if he's just being extra. Thanks for the advice, Tony.
So, Tony, I don't know if your boyfriend's listening to this or not, if you want to keep this private and run it by him later or what. But I'm going to say that he's being a bitch.
Oh, wow.
It's not that fucking deep. The reason that you're plucked about it is because your girlfriend was expressing sexual freedom, and especially to someone that was not you, in front of another nigga. That's what it is. Y'all want for ladies to be, you want for your women to be ladies in the streets and all of that other stuff. Even though everybody's fucking drunk and talking about sex and stuff, it shouldn't be that fucking big of a deal. Like, she's not. It might be one thing if she was like, oh yeah, I would suck his dick right here, right now. Let's go for it or something like that. Maybe, maybe.
Really?
Like, I'm not even sure I'm sold on that. Wow. But like, if she's talking about like girl on girl and she's like, oh yeah, I would say, and you're talking about the prospect of it. Like, you didn't even do it. Y'all are drunk talking about sex. She essentially pays this girl a compliment. This nigga is being horny because of course he's being horny and he's not with it. Nothing happened. Bitch, have a Special K, a cinnamon toast, have a fucking raisin bread, whatever the fuck it is that gets your morning kick started, and calm the fuck. Like, who? Acting like a hoe, why? Because I said that this girl was hot?
I mean, and she said she would eat a pussy.
And? How does that make you a hoe?
Just adding that information.
And if it did, then what? I didn't do it.
Right.
And I said it in front of you.
True.
Get out your goddamn feelings and get into this vag, pussy.
Well, Tony, I think,
Shit.
yeah, I think the fact that he's been mad for, 2 or 3 days is
like, girl,
that
get out
is
then.
Something. But
then leave.
But I have to say, girl, I would be mad too if my fiance,
Why?
if my fiance was like, "Yo, I would perform oral sex on you right now," I'm gonna have an attitude. I am. Sorry, I'm gonna. Because why would you even say some shit like that?
For 2 days?
I'm not saying 2 days, especially if I thought, she's just drunk, high, said some stupid shit. That's that. But I really think my gut reaction, that gut feeling is going to be like, how you going to say some disrespectful shit like that? And right in front of my face. Like, yeah, you said it in front of my face, which I'm glad you didn't say it in secret. But like, you really think...
Exactly.
But do you really think I'm thinking about me and loving somebody enough to publicly claim them and say that I will sign a contract to be in a relationship with them. And for you to be like, I would like to put but I would like to put my mouth on somebody else's genitals. Bitch, what are we doing here? You got me fucked up. No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna be mad. Probably not 2 or 3 days worth of mad.
Oh fuck! I don't know.
But I would have had attitude. I would have had attitude.
Maybe I'm too sex positive, or I just know a lot of people that are like it's not that big a deal. Or I know people in open relationships. I know people that play together or swing or whatever. So like. And I say that as someone who I think personally I'm a bit more traditional. Like, so I'm not even like, like ideally in a relationship, I would want to just be hitting the town. I'm not even saying it from that perspective. I just don't think it's that big a fucking deal. I think it would be one thing if like off to the side, she was like, I would chow down on you like golden
or if she just started doing it.
But it's like, y'all are drunk. You've been talking about sex, it seems, because you said that for hours.
Yeah.
So like, what the fuck are you mad about? I don't get it. I personally don't get it. Now, obviously, if I said it in front of you and I'm saying it about this girl, like playfully, I'm expressing a part of my like sexuality that you're now just not comfortable with. And I don't know if it's because we're getting married. I think a part of it, again, for you to be like, you sound like a hoe. To me, it sounds like you are upset by the way she's coming across. And I would imagine the way that she's coming across or she's being viewed by this other guy. Because it's always a pissing contest. You always want for these niggas to act, for these women to act like Michelle Obama when they're around other niggas. But you want for them, you know what I'm saying? Ooh. But you want for them to look like Lyra Galore and to fuck you like a porn star and all of this other stuff. And it's like, how about you just realize that you're getting married to a fucking human being? And their job as your person isn't to constantly fit whatever fucking mold, especially when it comes to something as fluid as sexuality, whenever you so feel, or whenever your fee-fees are on the fucking table. Bitch, get out your goddamn feelings. What the are you kidding me? Because she said she would eat the girl. Now, she did say she would do it right then and there. And like, this obviously got this other guy like excited or whatever. But like, girl, she didn't do it. Like, I don't understand what you mad for 2 days then. Okay, so then break up with me. Good, leave.
Damn.
I'm so glad that we're not married yet.
You
Great.
Can still go.
So we don't even have to divorce. Because I'm a hoe. Because while drunk, I told a bitch that I was attracted to that I would eat her pussy. You sound insecure and small.
Well, I agree that I think these feelings are mostly born out of like that you embarrassed him in front of his homeboy and made him like for whatever man reason that is not gonna make no sense to me, no matter how y'all try to break it down. But I mean, I think you should ask yourself, if the shoe was on the other foot, would you feel a way if he said something like that? In your presence, drunk or not, high or not? Like, I think it's
the
worth
thing about
it
it
to
is,
put yourself in his shoes.
first of all, there would never be a situation where they would be sitting in the same room and he would say that he would go down on the same sex in the same room. I want you to understand that that is a factor.
Yeah.
It just is.
I know.
And so that would never happen. So the footing is never going to be equal. Furthermore, if you are in a situation with someone who has had threesomes, and I don't just, she said she's had threesomes with her ex. Or no. The girl said something about having threesomes with her ex, right?
Yeah.
Yes. But this person said that Tony said that she's also had threesomes
Before she had kids.
Before she had kids.
She didn't clarify whether it was with this nigga or not.
I'm going to just assume that it was not with this nigga.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like it was, right?
Probably not.
But again, you're engaged with someone who's in the same, you're like, your perspective a second ago was like, you're saying that you would put your mouth on somebody else, like, in front of me. Me saying what I would do with you present in the room, to me, should be indicative of the respect I have for you. Because I'm drunk, but
yeah,
I'm being myself my drunk self in a situation with you present for you to hear. Like, we're on essentially a double date, my nigga. Like,
I see what you're saying. I do. I understand your point of view.
We're lit and we're having a good fucking time. Now, like, if I would have given you a middle finger and cracked this girl's thighs open and ate box and been like, fuck your feelings, then that's one thing. But you really carrying 2 days into it over words?
Yeah, I don't think I would be irritated for that long. I don't
want to drink with you. I don't want to go out with you no more, my nigga. Like, what's it giving?
Yeah, I probably would not be irritated for that long, especially if but it also sounds like you didn't, I don't know. Maybe you didn't feel like you needed to apologize.
Because his girl said he would eat a bitch out.
I'm not thinking about it that way. And maybe that's a key part of this that I'm missing. I'm thinking about me. If this was me and my fiance said some shit like this, I would have an attitude. I would get over it. I would get over it because I understand we're all drunk and fucked up and everybody was out having a good time. But I would initially have an attitude if you said that shit. And then for you to be like, well, girl, shut the fuck up. Instead of being like, damn, babe, I'm sorry. I was drunk and shouldn't have never said that shit. That would probably piss me off further.
You can't, because you can, like, it would be different Mom, let me say this. If it were you, I would understand why you would be mad. And I know that you would not be mad for 2-3 days.
I would not. I would let it go before then, especially if I still wanted to be with you. If I was that pissed, I would leave. I would refuse
If this was your girlfriend or your studsbend or even your nigga, like, I understand why you personally would be upset.
I would.
I want you to understand that the likelihood of us talking about a nigga who is upset about a girl having a sexuality is much higher than whatever you would have been dealing with in that situation.
Very true. I'm just saying, she wanted to know if she was completely out of pocket. I wouldn't say completely, but I don't think he was just being extra either. I think the truth is somewhere in the middle of that. And
I think all y'all were out of pocket for talking about threesomes from the fucking taxi cab confessions
dangerously
back
horny.
up to wherever the fuck it was. Like, obviously that's what it was giving, and that's why I'm confused as to where you landed, it was giving skirt. Like, I can understand if he was like, oh no, I'm not trying to fuck these people, but
yeah.
The fact that you just said some saucy shit because you were drunk and you were, being playful and sexy with this other girl, and this nigga was like, you sound like a hoe. Wow.
Yeah, I also feel like that's crossing the line. Like, don't call me
again.
Don't call me a hoe, or don't say I'm acting like a hoe either. Because if I'm acting like a hoe, why are you marrying me?
Like,
that's how you feel?
Do you want me to show you how a hoe acts?
I can perform like a hoe if you would like to see it.
Because I can
do that. I'm good at it. I can do that. Woo!
You sound small. Telling a bitch on a double date that you would eat her pussy is not hoe shit.
It's not even a date.
It's just not.
It's a bunch of niggas there, but because it's a birthday party, so a bunch of niggas was.
Oh, this is okay.
A bunch of niggas was partying. A bunch of niggas was getting drunk, probably smoking weed. It was probably a long night. Again, y'all been talking about sex for a long time. Threesomes done came up more than once, so the conversation is clearly sexual. So all of that is context. But yes, I would have an attitude, at least for a couple of hours.
You are not a hoe for telling one person at a birthday party, at a bat mitzvah, at a funeral, that you would eat their pussy. You would be a hoe if you went around eating every pussy possible at the bat mitzvah, funeral, birthday party extravaganza.
Please.
And I would still think that's okay. Now, your fiance be pissed.
Being a hoe.
There ain't nothing wrong with it.
Being a hoe is not a bad
But you're not going to
thing.
tell me I sound like a hoe because I said I would eat this girl out. And even if I did, bitch, and?
Right.
You're welcome.
It's an insult because he's using it as an insult. But being sexually free and having autonomy over your body, there's nothing wrong with that. So
why do y'all fuck these niggas?
That's an excellent question.
You should have just been like, you know what? Actually, do you want to go and get like some Thai food? You should have just hit her up and been like, I'm actually thinking about being a gay. Let's just do that. Because bitch.
That's her fiance. She love her man. She not trying to break up or nothing, but
that's the problem.
Oh yeah.
Let's start there.
You in love. Love will make you yeah. Well,
I sound like a hoe because I told this girl I'd eat her out on what? Like what? You
all right, Tony. I don't know, girl. Good luck having this conversation, but yeah. Hopefully by now he has simmered down and he's right. Hopefully by now
he will get over it.
Especially since you didn't actually do it. And if he's mad because like, why would you say that in front of my niggas? Then I care even less. Cause like
that's exactly why
you should be mad because you feel disrespected that your fiance was like lusting after somebody else's.
If it was her nigga, and this girl at the water cooler,
probably wouldn't
have anywhere
been
else.
No issue. See,
I'm not saying that he would have been like, yeah, go for it. He might have still been like, chill.
Right.
But he is upset for days because you were sexually free and open about your sexuality and had the nerve to be with other niggas listening. And for that reason, he can get in the bin.
Woo. Well, best of luck to you, Tony. Please let us know how this conversation went. Our next letter comes from Flo, who says, recently, my 18-year-old brother asked if he could be added to my car insurance policy.
No.
Because he's so young, getting insurance on his own at his age is incredibly expensive. So I agreed and added him to my policy with the understanding that he is to pay me at the beginning of every month.
Oh, alrighty.
I am a busy working professional who makes a decent salary. And since I am so busy, I completely forgot to ask my brother for his part of the car insurance money last month. I only noticed that I paid for his half from looking at my bank statements. When I approached my brother about it, he had the nerve to say, well, you didn't remind me, so I didn't think I had to pay it. It took everything in me not to cuss his ass out right then and there. He said he'll have the money in a few days, but now it's been weeks. I understand that he doesn't. I understand he doesn't make much since he's 18 and a senior in high school with just a weekend part-time job, but I'm not sure what to do. On one hand, I could afford to pay for the car insurance, but on the other, he's an adult now, and I did not agree to doing that. Let me know what y'all think I should do. All the best, Flo.
Flo from Progressive. I don't know what you see what I did.
I did.
I don't know.
I saw it.
That's probably what the joke was. I don't know exactly the logistics of getting this 18-year-old up off of this situation and into the sunset, but that's what I would be working towards. Starting now, as Cicely Tyson said at the end of that god-awful movie. The way that lives rent-free in my head. He knows what he's doing. Because it's like, yeah, they're shit. But at the same time, do you forget them?
No.
Not
certain moments you'll never forget.
I won't.
I'm sorry. I was about to go down a whole Tyler Perry rabbit hole because they were showing a Madea Halloween before Drag Race.
Now that's what I'm not going to do.
I was like,
that's where I draw the line.
Fucked up, Tyler. Leave me alone.
And a part of the reason why it took so long for me to get back to Madea. But anyway, as I was fucking saying, starting at the moment, I would be like, peace sign. Your heart was in it. And that is so beautiful of you. So thoughtful.
Yeah.
So considerational. So considerative. And blessings to you for that. The way that he has to get missing. And you know what?
Not get missing.
You know what? You gotta I don't know where the lesson is in that though, because you have to learn. He sounds a lot like I did at 16, 17 when my mom was like, don't get a credit card. Do not get a credit card. No, you don't know what you're doing.
You don't have that money.
You don't have that money. You're not gonna. No, that's not. I know what I'm talking about because I'm an adult. Listen to me. It is for your own good. And I was just like, oh yeah, blow that your ass. And got a credit card anyway and nearly ruined my life.
Exactly.
So
because you thought you could pay $25 a month on a $3,000 balance, like that was it's never going to go away, girl. This is simply going to get worse.
And they know that.
And they know that.
And so
they literally target your young asses on purpose.
It sounds like a soft head. Mm-hmm. Sounds like he's got a soft head, and so you're gonna have to harden that ass. Yeah. And I would do that at the moment, and especially because kids that age and when it's family that will reach out and do a little something extra for them, especially when it's not a parent.
Right. Because I could see Adam really finessing me like this.
That's how they really get you.
Yeah. Yep.
So I feel like a lot of times it's so easy for them to just like, whatever. Like, oh, I'll get to and just shrug shit off because it's like, are you going to throw them to the wolves? No. So that's when you have to really take action because this little boy will be sitting down here and having you paying for it. And you say that, yes, you can. But I agree with the latter. Should you? Hell the fuck no. For what? You had an agreement.
Yeah. And him being like, well, you didn't remind me, so I didn't think I had to pay it is peak teenager.
Sweetie.
That is not how bills work. Them people want their money regardless of whether you were reminded, if you had an alert set up, auto pay, whatever. They want their fucking money regardless. And they will suspend your shit if you don't give it to them.
You're in the season of knowing just that, bitch.
Yep.
Just that. What's the one thing that they would not shut the fuck up about in high school? Parents, teachers, the fucking custodian, everybody. When you get to college, when you get in that, nobody's going to check up on you. Nobody's going to wake you up. Nobody's going to remind you to do this. Because that shit is real, girl. Ain't nobody's calling to remind you of anything. And guess what? As I said, the big dogs that are in your bloodline super don't give a fuck about calling you because you're going to pay them even more.
Yeah, it's true.
After that. And they're going to shut your shit off or whatever the fuck. Like, you're going to pay consequences for it versus your big sister, your cousin, your auntie, or whoever the fuck who's just going to, I don't know, scold you with an emoji.
Yeah.
Bye. Figure it out. Because you ain't got me. I'm not going to be a limb.
Yeah. I mean, if he wants a car that bad, then he has to accept the responsibility of having a car. And at that age also, like, I got a car for my 16th birthday, but I also had to have a job because I had to pay the insurance. And my parents, it wasn't no grace period on that shit. I simply had to run them the money or I was not allowed to drive.
Or you can take all 10 of your toes and hit the block.
And yabba dabba do your ass to school, nigga. That's what you can do if you don't like it. I get that
I'll be telling this
nigga part-time, but still.
Bitch, what gas costing the same as Fabergé eggs? Girl, you lucky to be out here in any form of a whip. Get to paying these bills.
Yeah.
You're going to learn this lesson today.
Right. And as a big sister, I feel you. I would tell him, you're lucky that you're dealing with me because this insurance carrier would have simply dropped your ass. And it's no,
and that would be that.
And you paying right. And you're an 18-year-old male on top of that. Boy, good fucking luck. And don't let you have any accidents or tickets, shit like that. It's going through the roof. So I would be like, as your sister, I'm willing to help you, but you need to understand that this is grace that you're being extended here. So don't shit in my face. Don't disrespect me either. Like, I agreed to pay half of it. First, you doing that already is huge. But like, you added him to your policy. You're not even giving him half of whatever he owes and making him get his own. You're making the process so much easier for him. And maybe he needs to understand how much more difficult this could be. So I would be gracious. I would work with him. And I would probably even set up like an automatic email or something that would go to him every month, a few days before the bill is due, and be like, do not forget to run me my money. I might even do that. I would work with him because you are my 18-year-old brother, and I don't want you to not have a car.
I don't read my emails now, and I'm 30 fucking 4, maybe 35. Still not sure. So, good luck.
But that has its downsides. So, I would work with him, but I would make sure it's very clear that he needs to run me this money or else he won't have insurance, and let you get caught without insurance. You're going to have way bigger problems than paying me. Way bigger problems than paying me.
Like, the point that you made is clear. I don't know if you, like, he needs to understand that he has been extended grace.
Yeah. Very, very fortunate to have a sister who would do this.
Understanding. Like, this is not just no run-of-the-mill privilege or opportunity.
Yeah.
So
you're lucky.
Get your act together and act like you've been given a blessing, bitch. That's what you're going to do tonight.
Because when I tell you, my own biological parents were like, you'll give us this money or we'll take those keys and you won't go nowhere. So
And drink a sparkling wine that evening. like completely sleeping well at night.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Yeah,
ain't nobody gonna be in distress.
They didn't lose no winks behind that. You the one want to drive? Oh, you want to drive?
Bitch.
Oh, you want to drive? Oh, I mean, meanwhile, it's Oklahoma. Everybody fucking drives. But still, bitch, you want to drive? You gonna pay for that. You gonna pay for that. So,
and it's like, it's the least you can do.
I mean, it is, especially if you don't have a car payment on top of that. Like if he already has a car that he don't have to pay the note on. The insurance, I mean...
Doesn't sound like it.
And yes, you know, I started driving 20 years ago or whatever, and prices was not what they are now. I don't even want to tell you. I don't even want to tell y'all what gas prices was. It was less than $1 a gallon when I first started driving. But that was crazy low. Like, all the adults were like, gas ain't never been this low. Like, gas ain't been this low since the 70s. Niggas was hype. Because gas was like 77 cents a gallon. It's nothing like that now. I'm sure the price of everything has gone up. But still,
my daddy used to tell me about gas prices when he moved to this country.
Oh, Lord.
And it was like an urban legend.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a myth. Like, it was like the stories of how it snowed in Miami in the 80s. Like, okay, girl.
Yeah. Like, you making shit up.
Also, there's Krampus. Like, so.
But this was like the summer of 98, 99, and that's back when $5 was significant. $5 really meant something towards filling up your tank, because you could get more than 5 gallons of gas with that. It's not like that no more. But yeah, sorry, adulthood sucks. Welcome. Welcome to hell.
Yeah, strap in, honey.
And yeah, it's not going to get...
Welcome.
Yeah, not really going to get easier from here on out, but good luck talking to your brother about it. Our last letter comes from Regina, who says, a year ago, I moved into a new building, and once when I was smoking a joint in the courtyard, this dude hit me up talking about he lives in the building and sells weed. He was super cute, and even though there are 4 dispensaries by my apartment, I still took his number just in case.
Why?
I started picking up from him every now and then, and we became friends. I could sense he wanted to fuck, because he would always make comments about how thick I am and how my outfits are so cute. One time when we were hanging out, he asked me if I would give him a kiss on the cheek since it was his birthday.
What? Ew. Ugh. Ugh.
The fact that I have heard that line before.
Ew.
I'm so sorry. This was in high school.
13?
26. She said they're both 26. But when I was in high school, niggas would definitely be like, let me get a kiss on the cheek for my birthday. We were 17, but anyway.
I would literally pause for a beat, open mouth laughing walk away.
A 26-year-old saying that? Yeah, I would too. Please stop. We're grown.
What?
He went on to say...
A kiss on the cheek? Not even a hug, like a sexy hug. A kiss on the cheek?
And he was dead ass.
I would think that you're going to like turn your face. You know what I mean? And so like my lips catch yours. Or like...
Oh, yeah. I would assume that was a setup, but...
Because who... Okay.
He went on to say that he actually wanted to ask if he could grab my ass instead, but thought that I might not be down.
So why the fuck didn't you ask for a hug, dummy? What the... Anyway.
The way he asked to do all that was super awkward and kind of turned me off. And since he lives in my building, I thought it might get weird and messy.
So he moved.
No, so I used our living situation as an excuse to dodge the whole thing and said we should just be friends. He understood and we moved on. It's been 8 months since then, and we are still pretty cool. We chill every once in a while. Aside from sliding into my DMs after I posted a few thirst traps, he has been pretty respectful and hasn't really tried anything. But recently I've lost my roster and I've been feeling lonely and horny, so I have been considering fucking him.
Oh, girl. Sounds like an episode of Insecure.
I have to admit that I'm curious. He is serving face, height, body, and his personality is nice, even though I don't really agree with all his opinions because he be on some conspiracy theory shit. But,
girl,
somehow I still can't picture him eating my pussy or fucking me. I worry that we don't really have sexual chemistry and that it might be awkward if we actually did have sex and then our cute little neighbor relationship would be ruined. What do y'all think I should do? Thanks for the advice, Regina.
Regina, I'm so confused.
This is some Insecure shit. You right. This is straight out of an episode of Insecure.
Like, to the letter.
I see what's going on here. I do.
I would say, like, good on you supporting, you know, your local pusher. I couldn't think of another term. Your local dealer rather than, going to MedMen or whatever. But the clear flirtatious energy from someone that I can't see myself having sex with, being my dealer when I have a number of dispensaries near me and the person lives in my building, I wouldn't have started there anyway. And this is why I'm confused, because you say that he was cute, so you linked with him anyway. But you didn't want to give him a kiss on the cheek, which I understand because that was...
He was so awkward that it turned her off and was like,
Again, you either have to be really young or really old for that to make sense to me. You're either like 14 or 7.
Yeah.
for me to be like, oh yeah, that sounds like some shit he would say. But then you're like, oh, he's got body, face, credit. He's tall. He got a Ferrari. You know, the nigga speaks 7 languages. He got gray eyes. Like all of this other shit. But then you're like, but I can't see him eating my pussy or fucking me. What are we talking about this nigga for then? Leave him alone.
Yeah. You trying to convince yourself that fucking him is not a horrible idea, but I think that's just the loneliness talking. You lost your roster. It ain't no more dick available, easily available dick. And so you started looking around at whatever is close by. Regina, this is how people end up with baby daddies they don't like.
This is how niggas end up with baby daddies they don't like. This is how niggas end up with motherfuckers in their phone between the hours of 11 p.m. and 2 a.m. when they just want to go to fucking sleep with their bonnet on. Yeah. This is how you fucking end up in issues. If you fuck this nigga, are you going to ruin your little neighbor relationship or whatever situation? Absolutely. Oh yeah. Like the door, like, go ahead, enjoy your once in a while free spliff. You know, smoke and watch Downton Abbey or whatever the fuck and go on about your business. Like, you will get dick again.
You will.
You will get dick again.
There's other dick out there. It's waiting on you.
It's just math.
It's out there.
Like, it's going to happen. Yeah. So, as Crystal said, the loneliness is speaking primarily to your clitoris right now. Mm-hmm. I say, fight it, hold out, thumb it. Get one of those rose petal suction cup thingies I keep seeing on Instagram for some reason. Like, I have the anatomy. But anyway, like, because Instagram lists so hard on everything. Actually, it's not even the sponsored pages. It'd be like people I follow that are.
Oh, yeah. The people I know regular ass niggas who are like, me and that rose are never breaking up. So.
Yeah. I don't even be singing on spot. Now that I think about it, it'd be y'all. So anyway. Like, Instagram is still just showing me Outcast t-shirts and like mobile games I'm not gonna play. But leave this nigga alone. Be his friend. Just because, like Crystal said, it'd be that nigga that is like first on your list when your roster runs out that you know you shouldn't fuck, that you look back as one of your greatest mistakes.
Yep.
Do you want to be knocked up?
Yeah.
The film?
I mean, and if you were like, I know it's not a good idea, but I just want to fuck this nigga so bad, I might feel differently about it, but you don't even want to. You're trying to psych yourself into it.
Right.
You can't even like, picture him eating your pussy, girl.
You are dried up. Like, thought it was a drought.
Horrendous.
Like, you are down. Bad, girl, because I totally agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree because Mama was like, he tall, he fine, he got body, he got all of this or whatever. So I'm like,
and I still don't want him.
Right. I'm like, if it was like, yeah, I absolutely could see myself fucking this man, but he kind of is weird and him being in the same building is concerning for me, then I might be like, okay, I get it, but like, go ahead. Maybe it'll be great. Maybe, you could just like, there are ways to avoid me afterwards. Something like that. Right. But you can't even see him giving you head.
No, girl. Don't do this. Don't do this. You're going to be mad at yourself. Like, I knew I didn't want to fuck this nigga. Why am I here?
You are like, girl, and that is the worst.
It is. That is the worst feeling. When you're just halfway through and you're like, I could have had a V8. Like, I could be on the couch right now, watching Netflix, eating snacks, texting my homegirls, smoking some weed. Like, I could be, and you don't even need him for weed. That's another thing. You live in a city where it's legal.
Boom!
You got dispensaries everywhere. So, again, if you were like, every time I'm around him, I just get wet, I would be like, do it then. And if if it don't work out, then who cares? But you don't even want him.
Again, I don't even understand how this nigga got your fucking number in. Because
you was like, well, maybe.
You never wanted to fuck
You
him,
didn't.
But you said that he was cute. So, like...
You was like, maybe he'll grow on me like a... I don't know, like a tail. But he's not. He don't... I'm all for casual sex, and even making bad decisions. But
we all do.
I'm not for lying to yourself.
For what?
Girl,
for what?
Just go out. It's niggas out there. Just go out.
Keep at it, hun.
Yeah, it's other niggas.
You go for it, Ting Ting.
Yeah.
You've got this one. You're the little engine that could.
It's hard to lose your roster, but don't let the loneliness and the lack of dick have you making horrible decisions. Like, not horrible.
Imagine me getting head I don't want from a nigga I don't like because I'm that horny. And girl, that lives in the same building that from me. Next thing you know, like, all you try to do is go and get your press on nails that Amazon just sent you, and you can't because the nigga down there and you're trying to avoid him.
And then what if y'all keep fucking? Like, what if you just continue to keep doing it? What if you catch feelings for a nigga that you're not even sexually attracted to?
Ew.
Girl, this could get worse. It could be worse than just I fucked him once and it was a horrible idea and now we're not friends. You could continue to make a bad decision.
Or you could fuck him and he could not want to fuck you no more.
Ooh, being rejected by a nigga you didn't want in the first place.
Bitch.
Nah, drive me to hell. That is hell. Girl, go outside. You 26. Go outside.
Not only am I diving in front of a bus.
Please.
I'm going to Europe so it can be a double-decker.
Imagine a nigga you never wanted not texting you back.
Have those in don't they have those? They got double-deckers in San Francisco and shit, don't they? They got double-deckers here somewhere.
I was going to say that they in every major city, the tourists be on them all the time. Taking pictures in Harlem.
Now, I refuse to let it be a tourist bus, though.
You're going to be on everybody's Instagram stories.
I need it to be a bright red, regular.
Oh, God.
Yeah, girl, get a vibrator and calm the fuck down.
But good luck to you as you move on and rebuild your roster. It's almost summer. Come on now.
It hasn't even fully sprung yet.
Right.
Sprung has barely sprung.
Spring is the weather
and here
is
you
warming
are springing.
Up. Yeah. Don't make a November decision in March. And good luck to you, babe, as you figure it out. We're gonna wrap up.
I want to see what this nigga looks like because she's like, oh, he's so fine, but he can never taste this puss. like, what?
Is he looking finer because ain't nobody else around? I'm just saying.
But he could never do it because he's a creep. Because this nigga was like, give me a kiss on my cheek because it's my birthday.
Don't be
It's
tricked.
fully where my hug at energy. And I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
I won't do it.
Yeah, I feel you.
Disgusting. That's what it is. You're a weirdo.
Woo. Okay. Yeah, that'll wrap up the questions for this week. Send yours to asktheread@gmail.com. I'm going to take another quick break and be right back. Hey, y'all, if you own a business, you know that online shopping isn't slowing down anytime soon. But is your business ready to keep up the pace? Make the switch to a solution that handles all your shipping needs quickly, affordably, and painlessly. That's right. ShipStation will help you save time by funneling all your orders into one simple interface. No matter where you're selling, you can manage every order from anywhere, even from your smartphone. You'll save money when you compare carrier options and choose the best shipping solution every time. Your business able to access those same discounted rates that the Fortune 500 companies use, and you save your sanity knowing that your orders are handled and you're getting the best rates. 98% of companies that use ShipStation for a year keep using it for as long as they're in business. That's because it is so easy. They streamline everything and they make it so simple. And ShipStation is already trusted by over 100,000 e-commerce sellers. Y'all know that Alex uses it for our merch over at shoptheread.com to get your orders out. And again, the best thing about it is how easy it is to use. Everything is right there when you log in. Could not be more simple to handle orders, manage shipping, get the best rates, and get these items out to your customers in a timely fashion. You can ship more in less time with ShipStation. Use our offer code READ to get a 60-day free trial. That's 2 months free of no hassle, stress-free shipping. Just go to ShipStation.com, click the mic at the top of the page, and type in READ. ShipStation. Make ship happen. All right, let's move on.
So listen, lots of us are dealing with crazy challenges, especially right now with the world being the worst. So if you need someone to speak to about said challenges, look no further than Talkspace. It's an online therapy that gives you unlimited access to a licensed therapist, so you can set aside time to put yourself and your feelings and your mental health first, no matter where you're at in your mental health journey or what kind of issues you might be dealing with. Talkspace has thousands of licensed therapists across dozens of specialties, and they've got 24/7 asynchronous messaging, so you can talk to someone about what's going on in your head, on your mind, in the moment, without having to wait for another appointment. As someone who has weekly appointments with a therapist, sometimes I need it at the moment. Sometimes I can't wait until the following Tuesday or Thursday or both or whatever. You'll also have access to video chat and audio options for live sessions, so you can get support on your own terms, however you feel comfortable with. I've used Talkspace before. It's really, really simple, very easy, very, you can have it be anonymous if you want to. It's really great. So get the one-size-fits-one support that you need with Talkspace. Sign up today at Talkspace.com and get $100 off your first month with promo code READ. That's $100 off at Talkspace.com/promo code READ. Go and talk in your space. And let's get back to the show. Alrighty, folks, we're back. It is time now for the read.
It is.
And you can go ahead.
Okay. Well, first, I just want to say I really don't have much to say this week, but to Herschel Walker.
Jeez. Oh, God.
Who really should be in prison for the crime of releasing Christian Walker onto the world. This nigga's a dumbass. That's been clear for a while. But recently he was at Sugar Hill Church in Georgia. If you don't know, he's running for office. He's running.
Really wish he wasn't.
Something in Georgia.
Senate, I think.
I think he's running for Georgia Senate. And I'm concerned that y'all might actually put this man in office. I think it's not likely, but it's possible. And I'm concerned for a lot of different reasons, but this time it's because he does not have a 16-year-old's understanding of biology and evolution. So while he was at this church, Herschel Walker said, at one time, so he was talking about how science don't really know what they're talking about and science just be out here.
But you do.
Right. Okay. So science don't know, but you know. So Herschel Walker said, at one time science said man came from apes, did it not? But if that's true, why are there still apes? Think about it.
Did you take an edible before you came out in here? Bitch. I love it.
That's what's interesting, though. That's what's interesting, though. Every time I read or hear that, I think to myself, so this white man that he's talking to is like, every time I read or hear that, I just think you didn't read the same Bible I did.
Yeah.
And
oh, my God.
And then after he said, think about it, the white man was like, well, now you're getting too smart for us. Baby.
The white man said that too?
Yes. And then while he's on this anti-science kick, he brought up conception, talking about, and then when you talk about the conception of a baby, let me tell you, science can't do that. They trying to do it, but they can't because there had to be a God. Okay. Well, so first of all, science does that all the time.
Yeah.
Science aids in the conception of human children all the time, every day.
For a long time.
And has been doing it for a very long time. Also, science doesn't say that man came from apes. Science says that humans and apes share a common ancestor, which is true. This ancestor existed at least 6 million years ago. And
a long time.
And again, like I said, this is something that you don't even have to go to college to know. This is something, maybe everybody didn't pay attention in high school, but this was covered back then.
I sure didn't.
But you know, as somebody who is lying about having a bachelor's degree, you would think Herschel Walker would know something that literally anybody who has ever taken anthropology could tell you. It is not some advanced knowledge. It is not some big, deep, scary secret. Like, this is apes and humans coexist because we're not the exact same thing. Species can be kin without being the same. You don't have to believe in evolution for evolution to still be real. You can believe that God said Shazam and everything just appeared on the earth and that's how it is. And that's fine for you to have that belief. It's fine for you to believe that. But you cannot expect other people who rely on shit like evidence and, I don't know, fossils and studying to believe the same thing you believe when there's no basis to believe that. Herschel Walker is a dumbass. I knew that. You knew that. We all knew that. But the fact that...
think about it, though.
Every time he opens his mouth. And what's crazy about it is that more and more Republicans are like, yeah, fuck science. We saw it throughout the past 2 years when it came to this pandemic. And y'all just being like, don't give a fuck what you say. Masks don't do nothing. Vaccines don't do nothing. And y'all out here dying in droves. In numbers way bigger than, and it should not even be a political issue, but y'all decide that your feelings are just as valid as evidence, as data, and that's not true. You can feel whatever you feel, but the science says otherwise. The data, the actual investigations of this shit that says otherwise. So I'm just not even sure, but it's just so clear you don't know what you're talking about. If humans evolved from apes, then how come humans and apes still exist? If you really had that question, you could very easily look it up.
Maybe Herschel Walker sells weed and...
Please don't do this. Please don't do this.
Because he loves conspiracies.
Georgia, I know the Georgians who listen to this show are in no danger of voting for Herschel Walker. But do whatever y'all got to do to keep that man out of office in your state. Please, please. My fucking God.
But did you think about it?
No.
Did you have to think about it?
And when niggas say think about it, when they think they just said something deep.
You know, you can bet your ass.
Baby.
That you don't need to waste a second of your time.
Baby.
Thinking
Not
about
one
shit
moment.
That they talking about. Like, you can bet your ass. If what did he say? If humans evolved from apes.
Then how come there are still apes? What?
If birds evolved from dinosaurs, how come there's no raptors?
God damn, y'all are so stupid.
I live.
But not just stupid. Like, you opening your mouth and talking like you not. That's what's blowing my mind.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
I remember when stupid people used to know that about themselves and would just kind of hang out in the background.
Shame.
Maybe just listen, right. Or at least not even stupid, but when you know you don't know what you're talking about. I feel like people did not used to pretend to be authorities on shit, knowing that they didn't know nothing about that. You know you slept through high school. You know you don't know nothing about evolution or biology, DNA, none of that shit. None of that shit. You know you don't know the first goddamn thing about anthropology. So just shut up.
Hate is so powerful that, like, it gets support even in, of blind foolishness.
I guess so. Yeah.
Or blatant foolishness.
So, yeah. And again, Christian Walker may be your biggest mistake.
I don't even have...
I don't have it for her.
I shan't.
But this, just awful. Just awful. And also, I just want to circle back to something that I'm sure we said a few weeks ago on the show, which was that rolling back vaccine requirements and mask mandates in public areas was a terrible idea. And to use the excuse that the numbers are going down to justify it never made any fucking sense, because the numbers are going down because these mandates are in place. It was never about, that decision was not about public health, quite obviously. That decision was about getting money back into the economy. That decision was about making sure people didn't take too much time off work. That decision was about tourists. And yeah, I somehow contracted the vid 2 days after y'all decided that these motherfuckers could come to school without masks on no more. Even though I kept mine on, this Omicron B.2 or whatever, this subvariant of Omicron is really running her ass through here. She's 30% more contagious than regular Omicron, which was already more contagious than fucking Delta. Like, so of course, numbers are starting to go back up. More and more people are getting infected again. The government is just going to sit around and be like, wow, we don't understand. Well, I mean, get you some Tylenol and stay home for 3.5 days. And, you know, then we'll see you right back out here. Like, the government very clearly does not give a fuck about us. And I knew that. I said that. I just didn't expect for it to hit me so quickly. I tried so hard to stay away from this fucking virus. I did. And I had, you know, I'm sure somebody's going to say, well, you had a choice. You didn't have to go to school. That's technically true. Technically, I could have dropped out even though the semester started, 6 or 7 weeks ago. Technically, I could have said, fuck the tuition that I paid. Fuck the classes that I actually do love. Fuck the thing that I care about. I'm going to just go back and hide in my house again and let my mental health completely deteriorate. But I did not. I took the risk and now I'm sick. And I don't even know. I'm just, more than anything, I'm disappointed in the people who are supposed to be giving a fuck about us very obviously saying that they do not. There was no reason to remove the mask mandate in schools. Why? Why? Even if you wanted to remove it everywhere else, why would you do that in schools? Why? Did we need to sit in the same classroom for 2 hours, multiple times a day, multiple days a week, breathing in each other's germs? Why did that need to happen? And why did so many of y'all, I mean, when I tell you these motherfuckers could not wait to take their masks off, I was truly stunned. Like half of my classmates took their masks off. And I was in class texting Jade and Fran talking about these niggas is ugly. God damn, put the mask back on. And then after class, here go one of these bitches talking about, it's just so nice to see everybody's faces. Everybody's so cute. Oh my God, such pretty smiles. And I'm like, wow, I literally thought the exact opposite. I literally thought the rest of y'all, the mask was doing a bunch of favors. But as far as I know, I mean, maybe y'all already had the vid. Maybe y'all didn't give a fuck for that reason. Maybe y'all were out last week sick, just like I was out last week sick. But we're all over the pandemic, but the pandemic is not over us. So please continue to wear your mask, continue to wash your hands, get vaccinated if you have not already. And I mean, I don't know how else to ask you to give a fuck about other people. But that's it. Fuck COVID. It's been miserable, by the way. You asymptomatic bitches don't get to speak for the rest of us. Because the shit has felt like bronchitis, and I understand it could feel a lot worse. It could feel like my lungs was shattering like glass. So shout out to vaccines. But it's not been fun. I'm still congested, as I'm sure y'all can hear. It's trash. Fuck this.
All right.
I'm done.
So I don't really have one, I mean, and thinking back to this episode, I don't think that that's a problem.
No. It's fine.
But I did have a read that I thought I could pass. So I will do that. Pass the read like we used to. Now, I got a kick out of this one. I will say I'm choosing to omit some names here.
Oh, Lord.
I appreciate how bold you were in the writing of this letter, ma'am. But they probably ain't gonna sue you. So it reads, hey, Crystal and Kid Fury. This read goes out to a Mrs. Blank. You're not really going to say her name again, so it doesn't matter. That name probably isn't recognizable because the bitch hasn't done anything of note besides be a raging typical white woman married to a biracial man who thinks she can make off-the-wall comments to a black woman in the place of their work during Black History Month. So the actor mentioned is famous actor.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
And his white-ass annoying wife. They're frequent shoppers at the store I used to work at. And while he is usually pleasant to work with, his wife is almost always a bitch for whatever reason. Maybe she's mad that her partially black husband makes more money than her and is more successful in his career. I don't know. Nor do I care, but she needs to take a Xanax and sit the fuck down somewhere. I added the fuck, it doesn't matter. Anyway, back in February, my former company was collecting donations for the NAACP. I almost said his name. Let's call him Carson.
Oh, I found it.
Well, I don't care if you know.
Right. But it's funny now that I've seen it.
Unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
Carson and his milquetoast wife came into the store and worked with one of the nicest associates that we have there. And I mean, she said this lady's government name at the top.
She did. She did.
Yeah, so they came in the store, worked with one of the nicest associates we have there. She's a black woman. And as per company directive, she asked the stale end piece of bread if they would like to donate to the NAACP. This goat cheese looking saltine cracker had the audacity to say, oh, my husband was nominated for an NAACP Image Award and he didn't win. So, no. Do you think that curdled cheese stopped there? Oh, absolutely not. She then proceeded to put her hand on the, who I remind you was a black woman, associate's shoulder, pat her so condescendingly and say, but we donate in others way. We donate in other ways.
Bitch.
With the most snarky smirk on her dry-ass, non-existent lips. Bitch, I was floored when my associate told me. What gave this white woman the absolute gall to think that this was anywhere close to appropriate? I asked my associate where the hell was her half-black husband during this interaction. He was standing right there watching it happen.
Lord.
This is why I have such minuscule tolerance for white women. Working at the job I did, I was exposed to the worst types of pretentious, overly spoiled, privileged, victimizing white women known to me. And seeing a black man stand there and let his white wife make a comment such as that during Black History Month of all times because his ass didn't win an award, which, by the way, he was nominated for this award back in 2016. Good luck with your Googles, folks. Shows me that black men in interracial relationships truly don't give two fucks about black women. Because why would you let that transpire in front of you? I really don't care if that stale piece of cardboard is your wife. That is still a white woman first, disparaging an organization that specifically set out to help people of color. And for her stupid ass to make that comment in defense of your ass not winning an award was fucking disgusting. And for her to put her claw-like talons on my associate's shoulder to try and appease her made it worse.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be going this hard if there weren't multiple associates who've worked with both of them and have stated time and time again how fucking rude your damn wife is. Woo! How hard is it to treat service workers with an ounce of fucking respect? How hard was it to just say no? We don't need or expect a donation just because your husband is famous. We ask every customer because we have to.
Woo!
That's the part that set me because the "we have to" is in all caps, and it's like, bitch, of course, like don't nobody give a fuck about this nigga being nominated. That's girl.
That was completely.
We're not asking
we
you
don't care
because of your personal opinion. Just say yes or no, girl. If it were up to me, I wouldn't ask you a goddamn thing. I wouldn't even be here right now.
God.
Understand? Like I'm going to ask the next person shopping in here if they want to donate. I don't give a fuck about that nigga's nomination, and I certainly don't give a fuck about his loss. The fuck? Anyway. She continues, black men in interracial relationships, be fucking better. Don't let your non-black significant other treat black women like shit, especially when they don't deserve it, and especially if it's happening right in front of you. White women, literally fuck off and leave black women, especially black women in service jobs, alone. Sent from Yahoo Mail on my iPhone.
that means you was like, nah, I'm pissed. I'm writing this right now. I'm getting it off my fucking chest. And she sure did put that woman's whole name in the email. Sure did. I mean, I feel you. I'm not surprised when people with white mamas side with white women, though. I'm just not. I'm never shocked at that.
That really surprised me.
Reminds him of home.
To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, reminds you of home.
Just saying, it's fucked up.
It's true. It's not right, but I get it. I understand. I know where I see the root.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, when I read this, it didn't gag me.
Nope.
Whatsoever. But kudos to you for an excellent read email. Thanks for passing it. And I agree. Why would you do that?
Like, what's the relevance here, sweetie? We don't care that he was nominated for it. Like, are you going to donate or no? It's a yes or no question.
Just say no,
we don't need
Helen,
all this. We don't care who was nominated.
Off.
God damn.
Like, even first of all, like, I don't believe that your donation down at wherever fucking department store or boutique is, I doubt that your donation is going to the fucking pyrotechnics at the next award show.
Right.
But even if for whatever reason you had a personal vendetta against the NAACP, that's not why we're here. Just decline and keep it moving.
You decide to unload that on this associate and then touched her? Oh,
and then touch me?
No. White women.
And condescend to me talking about we donate in other ways. Girl, I don't give a fuck about that either.
Touch me, bitch. Oh,
that would be blankety blank 99 plus tax.
Right.
Bye.
Okay. So cash or credit. Let's move
that gives like
alone.
You are really hyped to be married to somebody that is of note, that is someone who is famous and recognizable, and you feel like really flexing your beat down at the service, down at the service places, like a restaurant, like a department store or wherever else, and reminding people that your husband is a celebrity. I guarantee you that this is in California somewhere.
You know it.
It is very likely in Hollywood, which means that honey, bunches, oats. That nigga ain't the only nominated famous motherfucker that's gonna walk up in there and spend coin, doll baby. You like the motherfuckers down at Saks, Neiman's, Nordstrom, wherever the fuck, Barney's, Balenciaga, Gucci, wherever the fuck. Those people just want to get their coin, their commission, and go the fuck home.
That's it.
That's it. They don't give a fuck about you being famous.
Not
like, yes, sometimes, you know, if Drake walks into Prada or wherever the fuck, someone is likely
not this nigga though. Not this nigga. Not the nigga that's
but, honey,
in this email. No.
Maybe the first time he came in there. But let's say on the fact that they would have asked him for a picture, they would not have given two fucks about it. They would have asked you to take it.
Yeah.
That's that.
Yeah.
Secondly, it's been noted that y'all come in there all of the time. So we soups don't care about you because you ain't Drake and you been in here. Buy your shit and get missing.
And leave it at that.
And that's that. Oh, and while I'm here, I know that we don't talk about this man, and I'm going to go right back to not. But I just have to say, the nerve of Kanye Omari to call anybody a coon when you are daily arguing with a white man over a white woman.
Who did he call
a coon? Trevor Noah. He called Trevor Noah a coon because Trevor Noah was pointing out the blatant, creepy, and disturbing nature of how he has been speaking to the mother of his kids, specifically about the kids and whatever the fuck. And again, for the people in the top, the back, the center, the nosebleeds, and the parking lot, fuck her.
Yeah.
Fuck the rest of them. Okay? I am all about North, Saint, Chicago, and other one. Psalm. May they have nothing but smiles and blessings because they're innocent.
Yeah.
I simply had to acknowledge the nerve in that one. But at the same time, it is troubling to me the amount of people who have a direct line to this motherfucker and are still kicking back. I can't understand, like, I can't put myself in the mind of like what it must like to be friends with someone or related to somebody who has that amount of power and clearly no intention of like listening to reason or doing better.
Yeah.
But what I do see is a lot of motherfuckers on this line boosting him up when he is very clearly in a dangerous place mentally. And when it becomes too late, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing from you pressed ass, thirsty, non-rapping ass bitches that want to be friends with this motherfucker for features and beats and sneakers. I don't want to hear nothing from y'all motherfuckers. Nothing, because the time will come. It is very blatant. It is very scary. And y'all would rather this be posts and blogs and clicks. It's strange. It's weird. And at the same time, that nigga has to be the help, or he has to want the help that he needs. True. But if anybody is a coon, girl, it's not Trevor Noah.
Listen.
Because you fighting a white man over a white woman. I'm done. Good night.
I don't fool with that man. I have completely filtered his name out of my internet existence, so I don't get any Kanye news, and I'm glad about it.
I scroll. I keep scrolling. I promise you I keep scrolling. And like, because we have to like collect this like topics and stuff like that, there's a lot to scroll by because it's constant. It is every day, all day long. There's some new bullshit between him and his wife and his boy. So I don't even care at this point. Even if I wanted to keep up, it's stale at this point. But I have no interest. But it was just like, because I think he got thrown off of Instagram or something. Like, I think they blocked his. Yeah, I think he got chopped for using a quote unquote racial slur.
Please, not chopped.
For using a racial slur. And I was like, what the fuck? What did he say on? Oh, what? Turns out he called Trevor Noah a coon for saying something that made sense.
Oh, well.
And I was like,
yikes.
Over your behavior towards that white woman? And how you've made 2 music videos about how you want to kill this white boy over this white woman?
I cannot. These are the choices you made.
I want niggas to have crowns. I want my brothers and sisters to have crowns.
Leave us alone.
I want for my niggas to walk around with king energy that they have earned and that they deserve and that they can maintain with respect, self-respect first, and respect with. But the girls would rather just. That's been the read.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to pretending that man simply doesn't exist. It's the energy. It's just not worth it. Like, he's too.
You can't avoid him.
Too far gone. I mean, yeah, I know, and I know you especially can't, because you be the one digging through looking for topics. So
but it's sad.
Heart goes out to you.
It's sad because even if he's not like ever going to be a version of somebody that of that guy, you know what I mean? Like, whatever it is I'm trying to say, like, fine, whatever. There's plenty of music out there, and I don't listen to one thing or one person. You are still a person who has multiple kids.
Yep.
You're still a Black man of influence and power that has created a lot of really dope things, meant and means a lot to a lot of people. And the people who I think want to see change the most either can't get through to him or don't have access. And it's really sad to me, the amount of niggas that surround him and just don't say nothing.
Yeah.
But will jump whenever there's a concert because they want to be on stage too, also dressed like Blade and Spawn and all the other Dark Avengers or whatever the fuck. Bitch. But you know what? My time here is fleeting. All I have is this one mind that God gave me for whatever reason, and however many more minutes he's allotted, I'm not going to pretzel myself any further
Amen.
into trying to figure out the machinations of whatever or fuckery.
Right.
Any last words?
No, not regarding that nigga. Not at all.
No, I mean
Oh, well, I mean, that is it for the show. Check us out on social media at This Is The Read, our website, thisistheread.com. Find us on Patreon over at patreon.com/theread. And, our merch is available at shoptheread.com. Also want to announce that I am joining the Bel Air official podcast, co-hosting with DJ Jazzy Jeff, which is honestly so crazy.
Pretty crazy.
It is just so crazy. But the original co-host got some other bag.
Well, all right.
So they called your girl and I said, sure will, because I love the Bel Air reboot. I know a lot of people were like, I don't know, sick of reboots, but I love that they took this comedy and turned it into a drama, and they are really getting into these characters. And I really think, if you have not checked it out, you really might enjoy it. Go stream it on Peacock. But even if you don't, the podcast is free. So listen to me and DJ Jazzy Jeff and all these fun guests. And it's just a good time.
I've been with it since the trailer.
Since
the concept trailer that Cooper Films did that inspired this whole thing. Because at least you reimagined it and gave it new life.
And I love
rather
it.
Rather than just trying to do the same thing over again or bring the same characters in and be like, it's 25 years later.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. And y'all know I don't do nothing that I don't actually like, but I'm obsessed with this show and I really love doing the podcast. So
you better do things with you.
Check me out on starting on episode 6. That's just too true. I think that's it for me. Anything else from you before we leave?
I don't know, donate to somebody in need, Ukraine, or, your local children's hospital or something. Do something kind. Buy a puppy, a cat. I don't know.
And wear your fucking mask. We'll see y'all next week.